One other simple effect that you may want to consider using that has to do with the properties is the speed of the video. Now, I should point out, as historians, we need to be careful about speeding up or slowing down a video uh, because, of course, that can imply a false understanding of the past. So, for example, if you speed up soldiers marching through mud, you make it look easier than it actually was. But you might have reason to slow something down, right? If you're looking at technology and you want to explain it or something like that, you might have a good reason to slow it down or to speed it up. So, to give you an example, I have this file here of these guys firing artillery. So let's say that for some reason I want to speed that up. So I would click the file, make sure the file is clicked. Now it's on filters here. It's got to be on properties. I'm going to change it to properties. Let's say I want to speed it up. Boom, there's speed. Now, the way this works, this is actually like a percentage. So if I go from 1 to 2, that's doubling the speed. So let's have a look at that. And before I do that, just notice that the clip is 11 seconds long. So let's go to speed and let's double it and hit apply. Notice the clip shrank from 11 seconds. Oops, don't know why I did that. By the way, when something crazy like that happens, Control Z, undo. That makes that's a nice thing to have. But we've now it's at double speed. So I hit Control Z because something happened. I lost my clip. Control Z, it came back. Notice it's going a lot faster, right? That 11-second clip became 12 seconds. Now I can do the opposite. I could go down to 0.5. I'll apply that. And it's just taken a while to process. Taking a very long time to process. Not sure why we're having trouble there. So I hit Control Z to go back up to 1. Let's go back to 0.5. There we go. Not sure what happened there. I had the option, I could have just gone back and cut that out, but I want to show mistakes because because it gives you confidence to make mistakes. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm terrible at this. I'm not sure what happened there, but that's the great thing about that Control Z command. Shotcut didn't like something, I just backed out using Control Z. You can always stop and restart. But notice now the speed is 0.5. So it's gone from like 11 seconds to 23 seconds because I made it move at half the speed. And now they're going a lot slower. And so if you want narration that would explain, we're going to slow this down so you can see better how this works, and you go in and you talk about the commands, that would be fine. That's perfectly honest. You're not changing things and giving people a false impression of history. Or if you want to talk about the recoil of the gun. But notice, I've got this clip on its own. What happens is if you were to have something else after this and you sped it up, it would make like a gap. If you had something before it, it would also make a gap. From the front, it could overwrite it. It could cause lots of problems. So when you're doing something with the speed or something complex, it's better to have the clip on its own, make your changes, and then later add it to the more complex timeline. You don't want too many things going on in Shotcut at once, or you will have trouble. So as always, if we want to save this, we would then not save, but we would export. And you would export it as a video. Right, so we want it to be an MP4. So we're good to go there.